What if I told you the key to fighting off devastating memory loss, to keeping dementia at bay, wasn't locked away in some expensive drug or complicated therapy, but could be activated in just 5 minutes of your time each day? It sounds almost too simple to be true, right? But groundbreaking science reveals that specific, targeted brain exercises, done consistently, can genuinely build a stronger, more resilient mind, even as we age. Forget long hours of study. Prepare to unlock the power of the 5-minute brain fix. Stay with me, because these simple daily habits could be the secret weapon your memory needs. We all experience those moments, walking into a room and forgetting why, struggling for a name that's on the tip of our tongue. As we get older, these moments can spark a flicker of fear. Is this just normal aging, or is it the beginning of something more serious like dementia or Alzheimer's? It's a valid concern shared by millions. While some cognitive slowing is indeed a natural part of aging, a significant decline is not inevitable. The exciting news from neuroscience is that our brains retain an incredible ability to adapt, change, and even grow new connections throughout life, a concept called neuroplasticity. But here's the catch. Just like a muscle, your brain needs regular exercise to stay strong and flexible. Passively hoping your memory stays sharp isn't enough. You need to actively challenge it, engage it in novel ways. Think of it like this. You wouldn't expect your body to stay fit without any physical activity, right? The same applies to your brain. Today, we're not talking about complex, time-consuming programs. We're focusing on simple, powerful brain exercises for seniors that take just around 5 minutes a day, but can yield profound, long-term benefits for your memory, focus, and overall cognitive health. This isn't just about playing games. It's about strategically stimulating your brain to build resilience against age-related decline and dementia. So how can just 5 minutes make a difference? It comes down to two key concepts: neuroplasticity and cognitive reserve. Neuroplasticity, as mentioned, is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. When you learn something new or challenge your brain in an unfamiliar way, you're literally forging new pathways, strengthening existing ones, and making your brain more adaptable. Cognitive reserve is like your brain's backup power, or buffer zone. It's the resilience your brain builds up over a lifetime through education, engaging work, hobbies, and mental stimulation. Individuals with higher cognitive reserve seem better able to cope with age-related brain changes or even the damage caused by early dementia, maintaining function for longer. Think of it as having more brain hardware or more efficient software to work with, even if some parts start to slow down. These quick daily brain exercises act as consistent, targeted deposits into your cognitive reserve bank account. They force different parts of your brain to work together in new ways, strengthening those connections and enhancing neuroplasticity. Even just 5 focused minutes a day, done regularly, compounds over time, building that crucial buffer against cognitive decline. It's about making brain health a simple, non-negotiable part of your daily routine. All right, let's dive into our first simple, yet surprisingly effective 5-minute exercise. Exercise number 1, the Novelty Challenge, focuses on breaking routine using your non-dominant hand. Most of our daily tasks, brushing teeth, combing hair, eating, using the computer mouse, are done automatically by our dominant hand. This is efficient, but it doesn't challenge the brain much. Here's the exercise. Pick 1 or 2 simple tasks you do every morning and intentionally perform them using your non-dominant hand. Try brushing your teeth with your left hand if you're right-handed, or vice versa. Notice how much concentration it requires. You have to consciously think about the angle, the pressure, the movement. Try combing or brushing your hair with the other hand. Try stirring your coffee or tea. Even something as simple as using the TV remote or your computer mouse with your non-dominant hand for a minute forces your brain out of autopilot. Why does this work? Using your non-dominant hand activates neural pathways on the opposite side of your brain that are typically less engaged for that specific task. It forces your brain to create new connections and adapt, strengthening communication between different brain regions. It turns a mundane, automatic task into a mini neurobic workout. It feels awkward at first, and that awkwardness is the sign that your brain is working in a new way. Just a minute or 2 of this daily novelty challenge is a fantastic brain primer. Our second exercise. Exercise number 2, the sensory switch-up, focuses on engaging your senses in unconventional ways, forcing your brain to process familiar information differently. Again, this only takes a minute or 2. Here are a few ideas. Get dressed with your eyes closed, safely. Rely solely on your sense of touch to identify clothes, buttons, zippers. This heightens tactile perception and spatial awareness without visual cues. Ensure your environment is safe before trying this. Eat a small piece of food mindfully, focusing only on smell and taste. Close your eyes. Take a raisin, a slice of apple, or a piece of chocolate. Smell it deeply. Put it in your mouth and focus only on the texture, the evolving flavors. Try to identify different notes. This sharpens your olfactory, smell, and gustatory taste processing, which are closely linked to memory centers. Listen actively to background sounds. For 1 minute, close your eyes and try to identify every single sound around you. The hum of the fridge, birds outside, distant traffic, your own breathing. This trains auditory focus and discrimination. Explore textures. Keep a small bag with various objects. A smooth stone, a piece of velvet, a rough pine cone, a metal key. With eyes closed, reach in and try to identify each object solely by touch. Why does this work? Our brains often rely heavily on one dominant sense, usually sight. By intentionally blocking that sense, or focusing intensely on less used senses for familiar tasks, you stimulate different neural circuits. You force your brain to create new associations and interpretations, strengthening sensory processing areas and their connections to memory and emotional centers. It's like waking up dormant parts of your brain. Now, while these exercises are generally safe and beneficial for cognitive stimulation, please remember this is informational. If you have any specific health concerns or neurological conditions, it's always wise to discuss any new routines, even simple ones like these, with your personal physician. Let's move to a direct memory boosting technique you can practice in just a minute. This is a simplified version of the ancient memory palace or method of loci. Exercise number 3, the memory palace snippet. Here's the exercise. Think of a very familiar short route or sequence of locations, maybe just 3 to 5 spots in your living room. The armchair, the coffee table, the window, the bookshelf. Now, create a short list of unrelated items you want to remember. Perhaps 3 to 5 items from a mental grocery list. Milk, eggs, bread, apples. Mentally place each item in a vivid, perhaps absurd way at each location. Crucially, make the image memorable. Imagine a giant carton of milk spilling all over your favorite armchair. Picture fragile eggs balancing precariously on the edge of the coffee table. Visualize crusty bread loaves being thrown through the window. See bright red apples tumbling down from the bookshelf. Close your eyes and mentally walk the route, seeing each bizarre image. Milk on armchair, eggs on table, bread through window, apples from bookshelf. Why does this work? This technique leverages our brain's strong spatial memory and its attraction to vivid, unusual imagery. By linking abstract items, words on a list, to concrete locations and bizarre images, you create multiple strong retrieval cues. It transforms rote memorization into an imaginative journey, engaging different parts of your brain, visual cortex, hippocampus, simultaneously. Practicing this, even with just a few items daily, strengthens your visualization skills and your ability to form and recall associations, key components of memory. Which of these first 3 exercises sounds most interesting or perhaps most challenging to you? The non-dominant hand, the sensory switch, or the memory snippet? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to hear what resonates. Time for exercise number 4, the quick calculation challenge. Don't worry, you don't need to be a math whiz. This is about activating the parts of your brain involved in logic, sequence, and working memory through simple mental arithmetic. Here's the exercise. Serial 7s, or 3s, start at 100 and count backwards by 7100, 9386. See how far you can get in 30 to 60 seconds. If 7 seconds are too hard, count backwards by 3100, 9794. Simple mental math. Look at numbers around you. On a clock, a license plate, a receipt. Do quick calculations. Add the digits together, multiply them, find the difference. For example, license plate ABC 123 is greater than 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. 1x, 2x3 equals 6. Double and halve. Pick a number, say 48. Double it 96, double it again, 192. Now have it back down, 9648. Try with different starting numbers. Why does this work? Mental calculation requires you to hold numbers in your working memory, manipulate them according to rules, subtracting, adding, multiplying, and keep track of the sequence. This actively engages your prefrontal cortex, executive functions, and parietal lobes, numerical processing. It's a great way to improve concentration, mental flexibility, and your ability to juggle information mentally, skills that often decline with age if not practiced. Just 1 minute of pushing your brain numerically can make a difference. Our fifth and final 5-minute exercise focuses on language fluency and creative thinking. Exercise number 5, the word association burst. Here's the exercise. Pick a random word, let's say water. For 60 seconds, say or write down as many words as you can possibly think of that are related to water in any way. Don't filter, just let them flow. River, ocean, drink, blue, wet, rain, swim, boat, fish, ice, thirsty, tear, sweat, clean, flow, deep, cold. Alternatively, try a category game. For 60 seconds, name as many types of fruit as you can, or animals, or things you find in a kitchen. Why does this work? This rapid-fire word generation task forces your brain to quickly access your vocabulary stores, temporal lobe, and make semantic connections, linking words by meaning. It enhances verbal fluency, mental flexibility, shifting between concepts, and processing speed. Thinking under a slight time pressure also adds a beneficial challenge. It's like doing quick sprints for the language centers of your brain, keeping them agile and responsive. So there you have it, 5 simple exercises, each taking just about a minute, that you can weave into your daily routine. Number 1, novelty challenge. Use your non-dominant hand for a simple task. Number 2, sensory switch up. Engage senses differently. Number 3, memory palace snippet. Link items to familiar places with vivid images. Number 4, quick calculation. Do simple mental math or count backwards. Number 5, word association burst. Rapidly list related words or items in a category. The absolute key here is consistency. Doing these for just 5 minutes every day is far more effective than doing an hour once a week. Make it a habit, perhaps right after you wake up, during a coffee break, or before bed. It doesn't need to feel like homework. Make it playful. By consistently challenging your brain in these varied ways, you are actively strengthening neural connections, neuroplasticity, building cognitive reserve, your brain's buffer, improving memory formation and recall, enhancing focus and concentration, boosting mental flexibility and processing speed, potentially delaying the onset or slowing the progression of cognitive decline. It's a small daily investment with potentially huge returns for your long-term brain health and independence. You can take proactive steps to fight memory loss. If you're inspired to start incorporating these simple brain-boosting habits into your life and want more practical, science-backed tips for healthy aging and dementia prevention, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell right now. We're committed to empowering you on your wellness journey. Coming up next, we tackle a huge topic: sleep. Discover the shocking link between poor sleep and dementia risk, and learn exactly how to improve your sleep tonight to protect your brain. You won't want to miss it. Thank you for investing these few minutes in your brain health today. Start small, stay consistent, and keep that amazing mind active. See you in the next video.